Good evening, everyone. It is July 30th, 2023. Right now, Globex dumping. Yesterday, what we had on that Friday session was a bunch of drama with the Bank of Japan news, and then we were unable to take out Thursday's low a day. Instead, we got over that old Q2, I think, or Q2 high at 88s. And then we ended up ramping into the Euro close at 11:30, ran all those low of the day stops, and then kind of closed around the middle. So what I'm looking for coming into tomorrow is we usually do not trade beyond those first couple standard deviations of last week's VWAP. So just pulling that up on another chart, that is about 22.75 to the upside, and to the downside, you'd be looking at 45.66-ish. So therefore, why I'd be looking for a bid around 66, taking it long, or just waiting for some sort of stop run to occur somewhere down here and then taking 66 as long. Uh, I would usually be short somewhere around that upper second standard deviation at 22s. It also lines up nicely with where we sold off heavily on Thursday, so kind of 22 to 25 area. Usually I'd be looking to get short there, but this market has been so stupidly bullish, I would rather hold off. Now, if we break the overnight low tomorrow, during the RTH, I'll be looking to get short 46.08. Other than that, not looking to get short. Otherwise, I'm just looking to get long. 45.95, 92s. I like that sort of area. That's been our major level here. I like that after a tag of either 89s or 88s, so some sort of stop run down there below. I already mentioned what I'm looking for. We'll see where this opens. I think we're going to stop selling somewhere around 90 to 95 right now during the overnight. Globex NQ, not too different. Same thing. Friday had that nice bid. Euros sold, ran the low day stops, came up and ramped back and closed kind of around the middle there. So Globex right now has done pretty much what I just said. It got to the second standard deviation of last week's VWAP close, and then it sold off. Pretty much to the tick. I think about 3 ticks off or something like that. Now to the downside. Right now we are trading at the first standard deviation of last week's VWAP. I think we can come even maybe a little bit lower. The main thing I'm going to be looking at is this balance here, the 680 to 740 balance. So we can just go ahead and copy and paste that onto here. That's what I'm paying attention to right here. So I've included this because I like some stats that I saw. Someone showed this to me, and I want to see if I can pop it up for you guys. Hopefully you can see this. Essentially what I'm paying attention to is IB both sides on NQ here. It only broke 15% of the time in the past 20 days, the past 4 weeks or month if you want to call it that. So what I'll be looking for is if we break the initial balance low and the overnight high is unbroken, that puts some nice odds in my favor that the initial balance high will remain unbroken, as well as the overnight high, and therefore we can get short against the overnight high. So that way we would not be having to wait for these stop runs or anything. I'd just be looking to get short flat out at 870 to 900-ish. Now, if the IBH is broken, if the initial balance high is broken and the initial balance low is below here, so if we have traded something like, I don't know, if we have traded something like this in the first hour and this breaks, this is not broken, I'll be looking to trade somewhere around 785 and get long for a move back up towards a move outside of the IBH. Below there, I like 740 as a level. I want to see it hit after a tag of yesterday's low, after a stop run there. Below there, 694s. That is the weekly halfback. I'd like to take that long after a tag of the weekly VWAP close at 682s. Below there is the weekly VWAP close itself at 682s. Below there, 560. That just being the weekly point of control from last week. I'd be interested in taking that long after a tag of 522s, which is not last week's low, but the week prior to that. Below there, getting long 511s at that 525-ish zone where we held bids so many times. So a tag of 511, that T plus 2 low stop run, that Thursday low day stop run over here. Below there, getting long 440, 492 and 3/4. The 95% weekly value area low, that should actually be 92.5. After a tag the second standard deviation to the downside of last week's VWAP close. So that's all I have for you guys. Keeping it short. Gotta go eat dinner. It's late night. Perhaps a lot to change. Not too sure. News-wise, let's just double check here. Monday, just Chicago PMI. Yes, not too much. So looking for a quieter Monday, probably even a quieter Tuesday. Wednesday is when we start getting some more major data, Wednesday and Friday. So we'll see how that goes. Have a great night. Trade safe.